Ever wondered how to make perfect croissants at home? Well, you're in the right place. Born in Austria and perfected in France, croissants are more than just a breakfast staple. They are a symbol of culinary artistry, a testament to the magic of butter and dough. There's an unparalleled joy in watching them puff and brown in your own oven, their buttery aroma filling your kitchen. From their flaky exterior to their soft, airy interior, croissants are a delight to make and eat. So brace yourself as we unravel the secrets to making the perfect croissant. Before we start, make sure you have all the necessary ingredients and tools ready. To create these delectable croissants, you'll need a selection of simple yet essential ingredients. Let's start with the basics: flour, yeast, and salt. Then, to add a bit of sweetness, we'll be using sugar. To bind everything together, we'll need some milk. Of course, it wouldn't be a croissant without a generous amount of butter. And lastly, an egg for the glaze that will give our croissants that beautiful golden brown finish. As for the tools, we're keeping it just as straightforward. A sturdy mixing bowl will serve as our base of operations. A rolling pin will help us flatten and shape our dough to perfection. And finally, a baking sheet to hold our soon-to-be golden delights while they bake to perfection in the oven. Got everything? Great! Now let's move on to the process. The first step to making perfect croissants is preparing the dough. Begin your journey to flaky, buttery perfection by combining your dry ingredients. This includes your flour, sugar, salt, and yeast. The magic begins when these elements meet, setting the stage for the dough's formation. Next, we introduce our milk into this dry mixture. The milk serves as a catalyst, bringing life to the dough. Gently mix these ingredients together until they form a shaggy dough. Now we move on to kneading. This process might require a bit of elbow grease, but it's all worth it for the end result. Continue kneading until your dough is smooth and elastic. But we're not done yet. The dough must rest. This is a vital step, allowing the gluten to relax and the yeast to work its magic. Wrap your dough in cling film and tuck it into the fridge for an hour. With the dough resting, it's time to prepare the butter layer. Now that the dough is ready, we move on to the fun part, rolling and folding. The art of rolling and folding is what gives croissants their signature flaky texture and buttery layers. So let's dive right in. First things first, you're going to take that dough you've prepared and roll it out into a large rectangle. The aim here is to get it thin, but not so thin that the butter seeps through. Now, place your slab of chilled butter right in the center. You're probably thinking, that's a lot of butter. But trust me, this butter is the secret to a beautifully rich and flaky croissant. Next, it's time for the folding. Fold the dough over the butter, almost like you're wrapping a present. It's important to make sure the butter is completely enclosed within the dough. Now, roll it out again and then fold it in three, like a letter. This process, known as laminating, is what creates those characteristic layers in croissants. But we're not done yet. To achieve the utmost flakiness, we're going to repeat this rolling and folding process at least 3 times. Yes, it's a bit of work, but the end result will be worth it. After your final fold, let the dough rest in the fridge for another hour. This chilling time is crucial, as it allows the butter to firm up, setting the stage for those perfect buttery layers. So be patient, the best is yet to come. We're almost there. After the dough has rested, it's time to shape and bake our croissants. Now, the secret to shaping croissants is all in the triangles. You'll want to cut your rested dough into long, thin triangles. Starting from the base, gently roll each triangle towards the point. This will give you that classic crescent shape we all know and love. Next up, it's time to bake. But before you pop them into the oven, don't forget the all-important egg wash. This gives your croissants that beautiful golden sheen. Just lightly brush it on and you're good to go. Now preheat your oven. A hot oven is key to achieving that crisp, flaky texture. Once it's up to temperature, slide your croissants in and bake until they're golden and puffed up. And there you have it, perfect homemade croissants. Bon appetit!